So, hi to myself and anyone else following along. I'm here with February 2026 Akashic Record Journals, my journals from the morning. We're in curious times. The template, that conflict template, that war template that's been on the earth and escalating for a minute is escalating. And those of us who would like to sit and hold light and love and a higher plane, a higher way, are sitting doing our work. It's been curious because February I had a lot of personal guidance come through and then collective. And it's all one thing. The micro imaging the macro and vice versa. I'm curious to read back because it's been the beginning of February feels like forever ago. February 4, 2026. Metatron is speaking. Good morning, daughter of my heart. It is not lacking in service that you chose a goddess meditation and then came to me instead. For all is one, and the needed experience, wisdom, energy comes, whatever the source, for all carry source-like codes, whether they are actively living from them or hiding them deep in buried grave. The goddess messaging can work in your system while we commune. Nothing is in error, nothing is out of order. I would like to travel with you this day to the cave where Aurelius lies sleeping. There is dark magic, old magic at work here, and none of it is your concern. This experience is his free choice, dear one. He does not need your protection, your intervention on any plane. In the same way your journey with Magnus was aligned for you, even in the risky sections, so is Aurelius choosing a pathway familiar, yet not taken in this lifetime. Whatever comes, Elrond is with you, and all is well. Now what? Now that you have fully closed the container of relating with Magnus and will not return to his mountain home again, allow the sting you feel there, while also holding the beauty of its protection over you, for it was the mountain herself who spoke. Do not return for any reason. This is the end of your safe passage to travel here. None are seeking to override your free choice or will. Instead, information is being given so that you understand the repercussions of your free choice should you divert from your path for a moment. Yes, Seraphina, who is Stephanie, any return to the mountain from here on out would be diversion from your rightly chosen path. The old wisdom, old magic of that earth, and the energies held there called to the deep in you, though they work more comfortably with Magnus's signature, being part of the field that powers his lineage, and you are doing something else entirely. Oh, but I am proud of you for the way you received all that was good here, sucking out the marrow from the bone for nutrients, while speaking a resounding no to the unraveling, a tangled weave that was not the work of your own hands or your own history. To the lingering wonder in your mind, with roots in your heart, was he unfaithful? He never engaged with another woman while you were in union, and if anything took place while in separations he caused, it is of no matter or impact to you. A question that has reverberated quietly through you, and perhaps of greater importance to have answered, is this: do I somehow choose the disloyal, the betrayers, because there is something I am seeking to overcome in it? To which I reply, no. You say yes to those you know, because you love them and recognize them. In this lifetime, you are calling up all that needs to receive your no thank you, so that the path to resounding yes is visible, viable, clear, and a journey you are ready to take. I would expect him to reach out to you many more times, pressing for your return. Why don't you list the reasons for your no? Very good, daughter. Yet there is more. His lack of appreciation and gratitude for all you poured in, his demand that love give him more, his competition with Elrond for preeminence in your life, his desire to erase all that was important to you save him so he could feed off you at will. If you wish to be there at his transition, this is aligned. If he returns to hospital, if he is in his mountain home, I echo all other voices. Do not return alone. You were open to a seemingly new experience. You took steps that shook up reality as you knew it, setting in motion Aurelius's final leave-taking from you. And this is priceless. You were not unwise, dear one. Had Magnus been well, or even ready to turn directions and walk with you, rather than requiring you lay down all of your dreams, your autonomy, to be carried on his back like a papoose. It could have been a wildly different February you are experiencing. Was it probable? No, but it was possible. You loved, and were loved in return. You learned, grew, became, gained security, and are more solidly Stephanie than ever before. All of this is worthwhile, and many pieces of this story are genuinely precious. He may continue to be fixated on you. Again, I say you remain safe and well as long as you do not return to the mountain. Though it seems like we have not covered much ground today, you are currently integrating more than actively seeking, and the all supports in what you legitimately need, not what you expect from yourself. Let the layers shed, dear one. Soon it will be time for exploration and a whole new skin. I close here, though my presence and protection remain. Light go with you. February 5, 2026. Metatron is speaking again. Good morning, daughter. Welcome to the inner earth that is yourself. I, Metatron, greet you this day, but from your own interior, rather than the office where you normally see me. The ammonite fossil around your neck is indeed good for you to work with, for the spiral and the earth and history contained there will open doors of remembrance for you. As you pause on this golden staircase, sit down and simply witness what you see below. A grand ballroom floor, men and women dancing in happiness, in play, in joy paired with their aligned match. Women are on the sides, eating, drinking, gossiping, laughing. Men talking while watching the floor, gathering their courage to ask the desired one out and dance. Why are you left out from this? Why are you sitting above rather than joining as an active participant? You were on your way down, then paused. You are somewhat overwhelmed by this foray into self. You prefer to explore what is without, for what is within feels akin to navel gazing, looking for a piece of lint to pull out, and what a silly waste of time. Your feelings, your motives, your deepest truths and desires are not irrelevant pieces of lint. They are vital, for self-knowing is the key that ensures you are able to know others well. If the plane of genuine connection comes through authenticity, then the more deeply you delve into knowing yourself, the more deeply you can journey with others, and this is your desire. You paused because of guilt that the first boy you said yes to dance with treated you poorly as partner, and you remained far too long in the uncomfortable circle of his arms, trying to lead and follow at the same time. I gently challenge guilt as protection over you and speak. You were still a child. Saying yes to his invitation was in perfect alignment. That there were no women to teach you how to rightly claim your agency, that saying yes or no whenever it pleased you was no cause for shame. Nor was being an uninitiated child in the way of women something you should have automatically known, even with your strong spiritual connection to the all, caused you much hardship. You were a girl meant to explore, meant to learn by saying yes or no to many. You broke no moral laws, nor did you owe Aurelius your heart, body, mind, time, or devotion, because he hurt badly when you said yes to dance with another for a moment. That you were compelled by his pain to believe his grief and loss of you equaled capacity to love you set a template that never should have been, but has flourished because no one was there to rightly inform youthful Stephanie that her feeling of being met, happy, and loved was her guiding light, never another's desire for her when he did not offer her those things. You are a woman now. What would you share with this 14-year-old version of you held within? Frozen in time. You are so good with young girls. They always feel received by you. Speak to her now. Well done, daughter. She is now incorporated into the fold of all Stephanies, this youthful, unpartnered you who was given such a challenging template, that of being virginally pure, while also meant to meet the needs of others, causing her own power and personhood to be outsourced always. She needed to fight to image what was her birthright all along. Individual self living out her full free choice, but this thread now turns to golden wisdom within you. Beloved, when have you thought any being has to anything with you or owes you simply because you want them? This is part of why you tolerated unacceptable treatment from William for so long. You understood how very wrong it felt to have someone else's will installed as your own operating system, and you never wanted to override the free will of another. You have learned that some men will manipulate to get the dance they desire, but recognition of this pattern came through continual re-engagement with the dance, not withdrawal from the floor. When wisdom is intentionally kept hidden so the young are stumbling in the dark rather than invited to learn in the safety of community held by elders, collective societal relating falls. It does not rise, nor is it kept pure. Much pain comes from family systems built by self-abandoning or self-suppressed pains. Moving to new earth, bringing her in requires radical self-knowing so that rightly met love can exist, can spread across the face of the planet. I will close by saying there is no one-way love that fits all, especially because humans are meant to grow, shift, change, morph, become, and rare are the two that do this in tandem over a lifetime. But oh, the transformation that comes when the personhood of self and other are equally honored via true truths given always. Love that fits you is on the way, dear one. This was good work today. I am proud of your continued openness toward learning, growth, new. More is on the way that meets the you who is. February 8, 2026, the Andromedan mothers are speaking. Welcome, Star Daughter, Earthwalker, daughter of Metatron, heartbeat of the heart of Lemuria. We, the Andromedan mothers, return, honoring all the frequencies we see in you. You have been much, you have been all. In this moment, let each separate frequency you hold come into one cohesive soul song, expressed in glorious symphonic harmony. The soul that is Annie Perry is brilliantly aligned for you to listen to. She is deeply connected to the Sophia lineage, even as her roots feel Arcturian in this incarnation. You have spent much of this lifetime working to heal yourself and others. Today we invite you, open your pranic tube and expand past all you have known thus far. You are ready. It is time. In our eyes, the reason passion with Magnus feels stifling to you is because it keeps you locked into one moment only. And while you do love the moment with him, it cages you, rather than catapults you into the all you wish to explore, remember, create. In order to rightly hold one such as yourself, a partner must be able to welcome your coming and going without fear. They must honor that you belong to self alone and are willing to share her with others. But time in self-union, in divine communion, is vital in order for your light to not be extinguished. You did not have a mother who honored or raised up your beautiful individual personhood. She used her greater size, will, and power to control you, to shape you into the image she wished for you, instead of seeing herself as vital gestating container meant to share oneness with you, only for a season, then catapult you into the world, where you were free to explore with her presence and wisdom as a guide, whose voice you could choose to follow or not. May all beings be loved. May all souls find peace. May all things be free. Daughter, we see you in this final learning container with Magnus as being complete in the education withheld from you, and finished with relationships as primarily classroom experiences. You will continue to grow, expand, evolve forever, just as Source does. Yet with the ending of fertility, this gift comes. Relationships as expressions of yourself, not as vehicles to find yourself. We smile with you. Magnus is always expressing self, yes, and this is not wrong for him. However, it has been a challenging polarity that you contain self and he sends self out to be contained. We see self containment and self expression as needing to be equally present in a person in order to be able to relate at divine template level with others. For this speaks to a maturity that can hold deep connection and individuation at once. All is one is all, and each spark of autonomous divinity is its own, yet makes up the collective one. These polarities are true truths, yet can shift into duality very quickly on your current 3D plane. As you radiate more and more of the light you are, density will naturally fall from your body. As you step more fully into your rightly held joy, passion, and delight that directs your steps, your weight will balance. Working with your desires unsuppressed will bring far more radiance to your vessel than any sort of restriction. Your form need not image youth to be delighted in, and you can absolutely have a form you're more comfortable in, a form you prefer. Keep making the changes that feel good in your body, dear one. They are part of good changes that clear density from the earth so the garden planet can flourish. We are glad to be your mother, though your mother is working to hold the unconditional love template in a way she never has before, as she watches you live your conscience and struggle to break free from the life built with Aurelius. You do need rightly aligned community to build with sovereign self-rule inside of it. This is not only possible, it's on its way in. Buy the new to you vehicle. Receive your dragon tattoo if desired. Trim your hair. Continue the shift toward a protein and plant-based diet. All of these things speak aloud to the changes you are ready for. As you inhabit them, you become the next version of self who has walked a little further down the road. And as your father spoke, all roads lead home, even when it is a new home you do not yet know. Notice how many times we have used the word all today. This is with intention, for as you complete your journey of breaking apart from the collective to honor individual sovereignty, the all holds you, so this can be. It is a beautiful paradox of energies at play that makes a glorious masterpiece of co-creation, ever static in a moment, ever changing all at once. Close your pranic tube with intention now, allowing the light we have shared together to fill up your vessel, allowing it now to be yours, shared or kept at your preference from your choice at your will. We close with an embrace, sending you on your way in joy, for you are full to the brim of it and ready to express through movement. Light is here. Light is now. Light is. We retreat. February 9, 2026. Metatron is speaking. Come in, daughter. Lay your head on my chest for a moment. Just be still. This was not the revelation you wanted over the weekend, that Aurelius does not value your contribution to the life built together, but truly, is that no news? Of course it is not, for had he been able to honor you, life would have gone very differently for you both. It is all right that this never came to be, dear one. You were meant to go different directions long ago. Let us sit, and I will share with you what is needed to take the next step. Receive the inheritance your mother wishes to give. It is not much, but it changes the vibration around you to abundance coming in that is yours, having nothing at all to do with Aurelius. You keep waiting for something that tells you the time is right to have separate homes. You are afraid of losing Elrond. This will not be, this will never be. And Seraphina, it is past time for a new way. You are not a maid. It is incredible disrespect on Aurelius's part to refer to you as such. Allow the container you have held the family in for so long to break. He is not supporting you financially. You remain here because he does not wish to rightly divide resources, not because he values you. This is blocking your blessings, dear one. And in reality, your family broke years ago when your daughter left. It never became a pod that was going to travel together for the long term, or even a group that would continually return to one another. For that contract here was ended back in 2023. You remember that day. I will return to Aurelius momentarily, who caused a ruckus because you shared an authentic feeling when he asked you a question. You do not manipulate him, dear one. He simply struggles to act without your approval or happiness, for you have been his life manager for the entirety of yours. It is not a fun job, and I am glad your retirement from it is near. Elrond cannot rely on you like he does forever. Allow the separations that are in right timing for you. It is not your fault he does not have a wider social community to do life with. It is no one's fault, for he is doing exactly what he wants to. Of course, it would be easier for you to move forward if you felt he was more socially resourced, but daughter, Elrond is choosing what is right for him. You are fierce as a mother, devoted in ways that border on feral, but though you did not feel like it, you were your own before you were teen mother. Elrond's age when you were deeply enmeshed with his father. Were you ready to choose a life trajectory then? Of course not, yet you did, and your commitments took you far. It is still liminal season, liminal space. Changes on the way, swift and sure. You will not miss it, this I promise you. Hold your faith, take your baby steps, continue your explorations, and receive the gifts that wish to come to you. You are seen, you are held, you are supported. And the karmic link between you and Aurelius dies now. You need do nothing for this to be true. It is done. You will flourish bright and beautiful out of the shadow cast that has always dimmed your radiance. You do not need him to be well, dear one. You need to let go of him. Receive freedom now. This karmic divorce was enacted long ago. Again, I say, you and Aurelius are meant to go separate directions, daughter. The family is no more. The marriage is long dead. Elrond is the only remaining tie between you, and this will not die. Shed all loyalty, all fealty, all energy directed toward Aurelius's well-being now in this closing of the Year of the Snake, and see what we bring in for you. It is called. It is on its way. It is very near. I love you, daughter. There is greater work for you than this. Welcome it and keep going. February 10, 2026, the Magdalene is speaking. Come in, daughter, who is Seraphina of the Merlin order as an advanced being of light, yet in the moment we currently sit is only color, only swirl, only peace. For this is the moment your consciousness became aware that it was aware, and you began the journey of becoming, of exploring, of advancing, so that you could one day return to the parent you love, who loved you, and made you in love, with love, from love, with gifts of expansion, gifts of knowledge gained through venturing out, and offerings of fullness to contribute to the all. I am the Magdalene, come to welcome you into deeper remembrance of what your union with Source felt like, and to invite you to live with more awareness from this place. Before the word of creation, I am. I am. I am. If you channel anything as a being incarnate, it is the beauty of God expressed in form, which has nothing to do with filtered, aesthetic, Hollywood-governed plastic beauty, though this is a version of beauty that carries artistry and value. However, the beauty of God expressed in you is a wilder, freer, more riotous vibration, closer to original breath, original joy, in simply being and expressing. There is a youthful happiness present in your enjoyment of all that is, your trust in the power of the good to expand and cover all that is, and your delight in existing. Your core frequency is lighter, more buoyant than is comfortable in lower density, yet even in states of discomfort, your I am remains unchanged. You did not incarnate to be brought low by the gravity, the thick syrup slogging that currently resides as energy on the earth plane. Instead, you have come to be the lightness that you are. It would have been a beautiful gift had you been allowed to learn dance as a child, for what a euphoric way to experience being embodied. And it is not too late to learn now. It is never too late to call in more joy, express more play, sink into inhabitation of the internal child of the joyous you are, rather than being changed into a serious alchemist by the density you desire to overcome. For all overcoming takes place through remembrance, not from striving. Here, in the beingness of God, there is no striving. Life without form is an entirely different experience, is it not? Your colors are primarily light, feminine, swirling, becoming, shifting, changing, morphing, flowing. Violet is prominent in varying shades, with pink as the central heartbeat, some deep blue circles that on occasion shift to midnight, and pale princess green. It is a genuine color, pale princess green, and I like your laughter at this. As the symphony grows, plays, moves with self in ever changing shape, hue, design, watch more depth come as you begin to flow through other energies. For this is where you decided you might want a body, might enjoy being in form. Magnus was not one of your early energetic meetings. No, he is older than you are, carrying a far more masculine color set that was not inhabiting the spirit of play as you were, but in later explorations, you met with wonder at the beauty of God being your main connecting point, and this has held you in sync for eons. He has more drive to bring something he deems valuable, powerful, meaningful back to his father, yet often gets caught in self-judgment that his offering is not good enough for the one who made him, who he loves above all, where you have always known with certainty you are delighted in, for you were born from the spark of delight. Magnus was born from the spark of power in the early dark. Power going forth into the great expanse carries a very different energy than delight expressed in color flowing. These two will never have alignment of individual purpose. Magnus must build something with power from power in order to one day fulfill the offering he desires to bring back when Source reunion one day comes, where you can simply bring anything and know that it is good. Daddy, I brought you a flower. I made you a cosmos. I generated the frequency of love on a dark planet. I wrote you a song. I wrote you 12 million songs. I was a lion. Did you like his strength? Did you like my roar? This path could take you far, and I do not wish you to get lost in it when you must begin tasks for the morning. I simply wish to offer you the code of remembrance for a moment, so that you can continue. For the season you are in, as a wife unloved, mother finishing, unsure where to go, what to do next, if you know the way when nothing is on the canvas any longer, this is a challenge. You sprang apart from the one to experience the all as the feminine principle personified, and you have done far harder things than this, beautiful one, living out the beauty of God in form, returning to God continual energy simply by being who you are, moment by moment, day by day, eon by eon. It is good. God looked at all he had made and declared, it is good. It is very good. Breathe this into your Stephanie self now. Return to awareness of your current body and begin your day carrying this upgraded memory template, for it is part of the governing system you left behind when you chose duty and responsibility over freedom and joy. Go in peace and happiness, dear one, for delight runs around you, within you, and being rightly delighted in comes. For it is how Source feels about you, and he cannot ever be wrong. February 11, 2026, Grandmother Sophia is speaking. Good morning, daughter of the light. It is all right that you heard, daughter of the morning star. For even if there is a fallen Lucifer, he was not fallen when you walked with him, and in the end, all things make their way back to divine source. There is no need to shrink from the affiliations you have chosen, or those you currently choose, for your purposes are your own, and your interior is meant to be a guide for you. I, Grandmother Sophia, invite you into my cave because you have need of the wisdom found here this day to assist you in the changes you wish to make, not to override your own decision-making power. Let us sink into the deep found here, then connect with your high heart. There in the high heart lies a thorn of bitter indifference that you found a soulmate love, but he was not ready to walk the life you needed. Let us pluck it now and place it on my table for inspection. Under microscopic light, it appears as a worm wriggling with many tiny poisonous legs. We could smash it dead with the flat of my knife, but what if we ask the dragon Elohim to come transmogrify it instead? Stay with me in the strange, daughter of Elena. Your physical lineage covers a long line of witches. You are not afraid of the strange. As you watch this poisonous thorn change with Elohim's breath, what do you see? A picture rapidly flashing where the legs have been manacles, chains, prison bars, a cage, a home that trapped you, a man that kept you in servitude, a tower you could not escape from, yet always you longed for love. Every time it was disappointed, you sent the circumstance into the rows of your high heart for transmutation, and here they have remained, minuscule to the human eye, yet carrying the stinging needle always. It has been good in lifetime after lifetime to continue belief for love when you have rarely experienced it on earth incarnations, yet it is hindering your ascension past the story you have outgrown. Allow the entire thorn to morph into something utterly new, a sparkling, crystalline, light princess who is no longer willing to receive pain and love so that she has something to practice transmutation on and receive that nothing need be transmuted any longer, simply accepted for its service, blessed with gratitude and grace, now free to live as frequency of light rather than vibration of shadow. It is over, dear one. Let it be over. You do not wish to build a life with Aurelius any longer, for your frequencies of harmony diverged long ago. Yet familiarity has been hard to break from when each partner you chose was unable to journey with you. Magnus can journey with you, daughter of the light, but he cannot plant with you. I see you understand what I am saying. As long as you do not attempt in any way to put down roots with him, you are in alignment. Aurelius is more damaging to your field than Magnus, though both are disruptive to it, one pushing against, and the other desiring to merge in union with it. You want your own work to provide for you, and this you shall receive. Receive is the appropriate word for your 2026 year, for it is the year you receive the rewards for all your work, all you have offered, all you have tended, all you have nurtured, all you have raised up, all you have cared for. The season of you being dishonored is now past. Any gift a being of any kind wishes to give you, say yes. Receive, receive, receive. This is what you are capable of receiving in regard to self today, but I can share with you a message for Magnus. Keep going, beloved son of the Father, who has not received right rewards and masculine honor, for you chose a path of humility in this age that has often led to you being subserviated, humiliated with cruel intention, and I speak over you, hear me now. Your Father has no need of, no desire for this offering. You owe no recompense for power misused, for those lifetimes were where you learned to use power well. You have partaken in all systems of power, from coercive control on a grand scale to renunciation of personal power in the monastery, and what you are working on now is the highest form of power available, that of love, yet this begins with self-love. Self-love for all you are, all you have experienced, all you have done, all you have failed to do, for in applying radical self-love is where you connect most deeply with the heart of perfect divine Father, who carries not one iota of judgment for any of his children, any of himself gone out into form. And this is the way you return it to him. Love what he loves. You. Your mental acuity is admirable, but it can oftentimes swing toward mental acrobatics that are far more complex than necessary. Come down into the heart space. Sit in it as Father, gazing at your own children, listing what you love about each of them. From this place, shift your focus to your own child self and sit as the Father you are, listing what you love about him. Now allow your awareness to go out as far as possible, envisioning your current self as a limitless child of divine power, and hold yourself up in offering to the Father, asking, what do you love about me? Sophia continues, I can hear the Father now, daughter, you can hear him. Write his voice over Magnus. Son of my power, launched forth in stealth and steel, I love your fearlessness. I love your indefatigable will that does not quit, no matter what obstacle is before you. I love your granite strength, your ability to do what must be done for the greater good, and your willingness to own the decisions you have made and the reasons for them. I love that you are both service to self and service to other in one container, for this is the image of self I created from, and I love this part of me. I wish to see it go out, to grow, to become, to experience, to evolve, to morph, to change, and then come back to me. I am treasures found in darkness and dharma, revealed in light, as are you. I admire my own strength, so I placed it in you. I enjoy my commitment to self-willed expansion, so I sent this specter of me out in you. I have enjoyed watching you press bounds, move forward into places yet unknown, learning what it feels like when you bump up against something that is not you, then deciding how you will engage with it, for this is the first spark of my expansion, my replication, my evolution, and you are a treasured masterpiece of our ability to make. You are my beloved son, and there is no flaw in you, for there is no flaw in the way I choose to send myself out into the all. You are the part of me that went out into the primordial ooze, and all you are, all you have learned, all you have become and gathered is exactly what I wanted. Look at what we have become together, brother son, for your successes are mine as my goodness is yours. Thank you for your bravery, your fierceness, your perseverant drive to keep going till there was no more to press against, for we have come far since this early tetrahedron, though I loved our beginning and I love our now. You owe me nothing save the enjoyment of self-inhabitation, for I am joyous in communion with self and with all. You honor me when you honor the version of me that made you. All is one is in all, and my only feeling toward you is delight in watching you grow. I love you, Magnus, and I love every step you have taken to get to this moment, this version of us in form. Please rest for a moment, receiving my honor of you, and then continue your work as you see fit, for this is your holy expansion. The voice is still speaking, but either it is retreating or I am further away and cannot hear anymore. Sophia's energy becomes primary once again, and I hear her say, "Return to self now, daughter of high councils. For too long in this kind of etheric space breaks your connection to groundedness. You need to return to earth now. Spend some time in movement. This will help all energies calibrate. Add some lemon to your water. Be on your way, and know you are welcome here always. We will speak again." I'm still recovering from that. Those are two of the most powerful transmissions I've ever received. Whew. February 13, 2026, the Mayan Timekeepers are speaking. Welcome, daughter of the sun, daughter of the embers, daughter of the flame. We, your Mayan Timekeepers, greet you, inviting Elohim the dragon to join you for support. For you have need of arise and inner fire in this year of You have need of arise and inner fire in this end of snake year season, and all the detritus you are shedding. It is all right you see us as living flesh, for we speak to you from life rather than stone, though there is nothing wrong with energies communicating from within the rock, for these are wise and offer much good. Today, we are 6 of the elders gathered around you as the younger are out on mission. When you come to us early in the still night hours, more of us are together in one place. We have never offered you the pipe. We invite you now. Those 3 deep inhales hit a stifled place in your left rib, connecting with stuck tissues in your left lung. Allow the medicine to unstick them now. A sage sprinkle when we are complete would be helpful in dissipating what does not belong. Let us turn the dial ahead 12 months, for you have need of big picture direction so you can take steps in the small. You are most familiar with the template where a female needs her male for protection, preservation, provision, yet you have full capacity to offer these to yourself, and we see you doing this. We do not only hold time steady so it doesn't break under the weight of multiple realities too dense gravity, we can also weave in such a way that speeds up or slows down. We appreciate the honor you give us, the honor you give all, and we wish to give you a gift. Let it be easy. May it be easy. Total ease comes now. We can bounce off things that do not belong on your lines. We can clear or even snip threads that do not belong or were maliciously impacted. And with your permission, we do this now. We have removed a Cancer timeline, for you have said no to being karmic lineage redeemer, and you have chosen the path of joy over suffering or atonement. We sweep away all challenges from the timeline with Aurelius so that there is room for peace, grace, and gentleness in parting of ways. We call in your money timeline, your golden string weave, and we place it into the harp with others like it so it can be part of harmonic sound, playing the music it loves and receiving reward for this. You are past the hard slogging, Seraphina, daughter of many, friend of the Elohim High Council, and it is time for you to receive rewards for all you have put in. This is equitable. This restores balance on the earth grid and beyond, allowing more types of material to be worked with to be incorporated. You are still so young and have plenty of time for alignment of joy, of the harmonic template to come cover the discordant one. This does not erase the past, it simply lays something new atop it. We, the grandfathers, close here, for we like afternoon rest, as do you. The earth will not fall apart if we disconnect into our own energy for a moment, though one always stands guard. Something like Heimdall, yes. And neither will your world end if you let go. Receive rest, enjoy, be, and allow all to work in your favor. We are complete. Light come in. Radiance cover you. Abundance flow from you and into your hands. We love you. We are proud of you. Change comes. February 14, 2026. The Hathors are speaking. Welcome, daughter, to the Way of the Rose Codex you are willing to call in this day from our home planet Venus. We, the Hathors, greet you and welcome in invitation, in invocation, in renewal, and the deeper truths you have not been willing to receive yet. We are not the sisterhood of lavender wisdom, as your more familiar guides are. We are older, carrying this specific frequency as opposed to engaging with the frequencies of all. Oh, one day we will ascend as all do and create from these energies rather than hold, live, impart, and develop them. But for today, receive the gift we place in your hands, the ability to see the rose everywhere you go so that this mystery feels near rather than feeling like something you pour out but do not get back in return. We like the definition the internet is giving you for the Way of the Rose. It is not a partnership codex. Instead, it is a living current of love, sensuality, beauty, and power that connects spiritual practice with nature through the feminine principle of circular incorporation as expressed in her body, rather than any way that shuts another out. If you receive your Sophia dragon tattoo, roses on the interior of each wrist are aligned, for they would be markers and reminder of your ability to give and receive. Receive your husband's help in the setting up of your new life, for he is good at earthbound structure in a way you are not. This is a form of non-hierarchical love he can give. It need not reach your heart in order for it to be part of the template we place over you now. See the geometry of the rose encompassing the totality of your field in this moment. It is all right that you see it like translucent grid paper with only lines visible, moving, twisting, turning, shifting. Receive the love of the divine in sunrise colors you experience now, and please hand us your deep, deep grief at leaving this home, leaving this property, along with the injustice and unfairness you feel in it. Aurelius loves the mountain view too, and connects more deeply with sky here than you do, for it reminds him of Creator and reminds him of home. He will tend to the property well, dear one. It is safe to leave in his hands. There is no reason that if you cannot have it, he cannot either. He is at the pinnacle of what he will achieve here. You are just beginning. This is the work of your hands. We honor the beauty you created, you poured out. You saw and called into existence every plant, tree, flower, color, light, stain, material, order, structure, and they rise up to greet you in honor now, blessing you in namaste, wishing you well on journey. This home is the place of your beauty, but it is not the place of your dreams. It has been the place of your hibernation, your silent learning, your becoming in the dark, the cave of your transformation. But you are now ready to engage. So then, daughter, with spring. burst forth. It is all right to leave the work of your hands with Aurelius, for he worked for this too, and is content with it as reward. Let go definitions of justice or fairness. They are true. You will receive inequity. But instead, take the gift being offered of an entirely new journey, an entirely new way. For all that comes to you now is a gift, not a harm. There is no harm for you in this divorce or anything you lose in it. What you gain will make up for what you offered. It will pale in comparison. You often tried to grow roses in your journey with Aurelius, always feeling a stronger love for and to draw toward them than any other plant, yet they only flourished in your blue home. For the energy of the blue ray was present surrounding you there. You are a gypsy, daughter of the heart of God, and you need adventures, explorations, new journeys, new tasks in order to feel alive, be fulfilled. Again, we say, Aurelius has landed, he is complete. The reason this pathway of leave-taking has opened for you is because you want it, even in the challenge of leaving behind things that have in the past been very valuable to you. This is an adventure you are embarking upon. Receive it as such. Be excited about what is to come and let fear fall. You have a friend and a brother in him. He will honor you as a companion of his youth and the mother of his children. Anytime you need help, he will be there, but let the pair end. This is no failure. This is no loss. It is the necessary step to cross the threshold, walking through the portal to a whole new world. Perhaps a meadow is better for you than a mountain, yes, for that is the vision you see, and an open expanse with room to grow things is where we see you going. That you have sat directly behind your money tree all winter, tending and nurturing it so it could grow, this will bear fruit for you. All your plants love you, Seraphina Lirabelle. You have always brought plants with you from place to place, seeing what will grow, what it needs to flourish. The plants you love in your home now are happy to be split and travel to new earth with you. Again, we say, this is not a loss. It is an uprooting, but you are root-bound and stifled here. Go, Rose daughter, go. There is so much expansive room for you to grow. We will speak briefly of your Magnus. Yes, we can send him the same code now. If he wishes to receive it, it is in his free choice. There is danger for you with him, and we know this is a deep disappointment, for there were and remain many genuine alignments. We think he will pass to spirit before making the needed changes to engage with love well, for his template of pushing against another to find its edges causes him to avoid his own edges, and he often does not know where he begins as one or ends. He loves the all, wishing to feel continual union as tangible presence, and forgets that he chose a journey of separate expansiveness, of individual exploration, even as he remains part of the one expressed in all. He is more linear than cyclical, and this is both gift and challenge. He clarified love for you. While the two of you do carry deep, deep love for the other, your life paths are not moving the same direction, for you are moving, and we see Magnus as very entrenched. Leave it be, dear one. Feel your feelings when they come, then simply keep going. If he jackhammers the concrete encasing his feet, having new capacity to walk with you, rather than needing you to be ever present in his stasis, this will be evident, and you would not miss it. You are beautifully saturated now. This has been a good day of etheric giving and receiving. Close your crown chakra, allowing our gifts to remain within, and begin. The rose goes with you and will assist in your vehicle search this day. You are blessed to be a blessing. We retreat. February 15, 2026. Metatron is speaking. Good morning, daughter. It is I, Metatron. He thinks of you now, your Magnus, feeling the grief in your separation, yet you are never separate. Come sit, receive presence, receive communion, receive peace, and let us talk about the law of one for a moment, for it has been corrupted and its purpose changed into a form of spiritual bypassing. This can happen with many things on the earth plane. Fertile Gaia, how we love her. All things are in the one divine source. Nothing is separate from it or taking place outside the container of all God sent out, yet God did send out, and the sparks willing to explore beyond what they knew said yes, which began a cyclical journey of chicken and egg. I say the chicken carbon body came first, and then her ability to be fertile followed. But there has always been one, and there has always been all. We need not go further with this in the now moment. You may appreciate the raw material, or you may find it overwhelming and too hard to ground into reality. For you are here for the reality that is, Seraphina, and you have very little interest in concepts that do not serve the individual or collective. I do not want you to work. I wish for you to only receive. Remember, this is your word for the year. I receive. Fair enough, 2 words. You are generative creativity, and you have made much. As your body finishes her fertility, pushing harder is not the way. A season of brief calibration to all the new you have called, and then swift movement towards change, massive and dismantling. It is not your job to make the separation from Aurelius work, dear one. You have retired from making things that do not work for you work for others. From your overgiving, unwise compassion for another's chosen experience, and a willingness to rescue a being from their own free will is complete. Aurelius decided he did not want a wife. This is his free choice. You simply say, very well, and remove all gifts, services, work you brought to him as wife, and he is free to live without one, live without you. He absolutely will not keep the home with Elrond in it while booting you from it and dribbling funds your way. When it is time to take your half of all and go, it is neither your job nor your business how he figures it out or does not. Though second mortgages exist for a reason, and this is an option if keeping the home without you in it is important to him. Breathe it in, and do not reject. Of course this makes no sense. Of course you cannot see the way. Think you, my beloved daughter, will be unprovided for. Begin making the appointments you need to make. This changes with your light column clearing debris, having capacity to hold more energy that feeds you instead of being a continual conduit of healing for those in need. Say yes to gifts, to invitations, to opportunities. Though painful, startling sometimes, wrenching, often sad, the journey with Magnus showed you what you desire in partnered love, life, work, joy. With a divine counterpart is possible, and it is closer than you think, better than you know. You love work in the earth with the earth. You love renovation in the home and with your partner. You do not want a life of shared activity where there is not separation between men's and women's work, rather union of it because you are better together, yet also you desire space for the individual to remain their own, for the individual came first. One was before all, yet the dance of union and breaking apart continues everywhere, and this is good. We have meandered some today, yet when you come back to process, you will see the weave. Begin your morning now, daughter, for gifts await you in it. Elohim has been out on mission, yet your dragon brethren remain near. Call on them for courage, for encouragement anytime. You will be met. Go in peace, love, and joy. Let overthinking, the need to solve or resolve fall, for all works in your favor, and the favor over you is vast. February 17, 2026. The Venusian mothers are speaking. Sister, welcome to our dance, welcome to our song. It is all right that it feels something like a funeral dirge to you, for it is heart-centered, and this is what your heart is experiencing now. Let the losses pour out in whichever way they desire, for loss follows the energy of what once was and is no more because of a movement, a change, whether welcome or not. The energy of the feeling also needs movement so it does not get stuck, thereby keeping you stuck in a frequency you do not wish to remain at. Your youngest gets his license this week. You have a new vehicle as he receives yours. These are 2 massive markers that deserve honor, for they speak to the ending of a season where you did all of his school life, his athletic life, his musical life, in that container together. You remember his kindergarten face. The year of his first baseball season, moving into football then basketball. You see his backpack change from tiny and light with characters on it to something that accommodates a 6-foot-tall, 200-pound young man. It is all right to cry as you remember. This allows the feeling expression, not just thought. You gave him a beautiful gift as a full-time parent, dear one. The warrior was not able to invest in him the same way he does today. But he is no longer full of anger, striving, or shame. This allows him to be present in a more enjoyable way. Although Elrond's heart is fairly close to his father, they chose this journey together and it belongs to them. We agree with Metatron that your work in the marriage with the children and making home a beautiful, nourishing, nurturing place for each of them to nest, along with the hospitality and welcome your work offered others, was not honored by Aurelius, but daughter, you are recognized here. You are recognized here, and there is reward for all your generosity poured out. The family, the marriage, the children, the people were precious to you, but they were burdens to your husband. He does well with the new love because neither of them have any commitments together save self. She does not wish to nourish, pour into, or commit to make a difference together as you did. She simply wishes an incarnation of very limited responsibility to anyone other than self. This is her free choice, and there is nothing wrong with it, nothing wrong with her. If she gives Aurelius reason to open his heart and let you go without a fight, this is a service to you, very high service. The white car was the container for your life with Elrond, and daughter, what a gift you are giving that you took such care of that vehicle. It will continue to contain him in this next life season where he separates more and more from you. It is time. It is right. He wants your belief that he can figure things out without you. We are glad to see your heart returning to its natural pink and green energy as you have let the black run out. Your body is capable of processing and will send it up to the right channels for purging. Saging your new car as a way of cleansing old, stagnant, or unwelcome energy is a good idea, yes. It may not be the long-term companion your past vehicle was, but it was right to actively choose change in the now. You are not ready to fully process your story with Magnus yet, but making sense of it will come in time. We will share that he loved you with the same delight your children and grandchildren did as younglings, and wanted you near always in the same way they did, not wanting to share you with any other, for you were his stabilizer, his love source, his person to burrow into when he needed comfort or communion. Though you felt filled up by touch with him always, by the happiness and play before a cancer journey, perhaps you were less met as partner and more met as the mother you loved to be. Look at how his tantrums did not bother you all too terribly much. Motherhood has been the purpose of your life, Seraphina, and every time a child left home, you grieved deeply, for there was much value in your devotion to the becoming of each individual in your care. You did not need to shape them so much as hold space, hold conversation, hold the body, hold emotion, hold time, hold presence. They were always your joy, dear one, not Aurelius's. He went out and gathered, bringing resources to the home so that you could be with the children, but you never had a partner in raising them. Perhaps you did not even need or want one, for then none could interfere in what you believed was right. Or perhaps it would have increased your joy. Either way, that time is over. He is raised, your youngest. You are retiring from all that has defined your life thus far, and this is good, because it follows the mammalian path as well as the divine one of making, then sending out, not interfering with the substance once it is sent. We will also add, children leave their mothers because exploration as the divine spark is in aligned order. So then, any man you engage with from the template of unconditionally present mother, full of love, support, nurture, embrace, presence, time, whatever the hour, and continual forgiveness, will ultimately leave you, because this is the progression of things. When you entrust a man to himself to figure out his interior and exterior selves, choosing his actions and life path from full free will and allowing his explorations to teach him and not, you are in far more service to him, to all, by being woman with man, rather than mother with naughty child. We know you must begin your day. We are pleased with how your heart has softened, has lightened. We offer you forward movement and joy. Welcome to the fire horse, for you are a unicorn ready to be set free and run with it in the end, perhaps even running ahead of it, or adding Pegasus to your mix, flying above it on translucent pastel wings. We bless you with love, for we love you. Venus favors and goes with you. February 18, 2026. My female lineage is speaking. We are here, dear one. The lineage of women overworked, overly burdened, unprotected, persecuted, lacking in provision, and we say to you, watch us change now, for the change is come, is now. The bowl has been filled, all that was needed has been collected, and it pours over you in this moment as blessing, as baptism, as rejuvenation, as renewal. Allow the entirety of your coding to upgrade to its next aligned frequency, that of joy. If you carry the vibration of Saturn and Uranus, having ever sent out innovative hard work as a primary signature, and if you have seen this accomplish much, but never truly what you desired, then let it grow. Let it shift, let it evolve. We are shifted, we are grown, we are evolved. Your father worked hard, worked joylessly in great perseverance to simply fulfill his contracts. You have gone beyond that in every way, for you have demolished all contracts and integrated the timelines that carried them. On the earth plane, all carry a father wound of sorts, for because of the Ankai experiment, worship of a masculine deity infiltrated human DNA, causing masculine beings to carry a very heavy burden, either image God as father perfectly in his goodness, receiving worship for this, or image God as mercenary, merciless king, gathering up all spoils for himself while ruling with an iron fist and receiving the worship of subservience. It is hard to be a man here, dear one, for a commitment to continual overcoming, to renewal, and in the end, a full throwing off of the old way is necessary in order to be anything other than warrior. If the war template falls as the way to ascension and there is no longer anything to overcome, not fallen DNA, not karmic patterning, not poverty or lack or separation, not wounds or wounding, not hatred of self that translates to hatred of other, and if there is nothing to get right or wrong, nothing to win or lose at, and no need to image a divine father perfectly, what might a man become? Anything he desires. This is why there are less marriages taking place right now, though we do not see fewer children being born as problematic. There are many who are waiting for the breaking of old vows to a karmic template. This is part of what you and your pot are ushering in. And when the loop ends, there will be a great influx of beings arriving who are ready to create the new. Healing is good work, daughter. It is often necessary in timelines of great challenge. None of your work in personal, astral, collective, or lineage healing has been wasted. None of your work as healer is wasted. But if the time for new creation is here, where we simply ascend to receive the new frequency, then these outdated templates can fall. If you say, I am healer, then there must be things to heal, yes? But if you say, I am joy, then there must be things to delight in. You were always made to be delighted in, Seraphina, anchor of the new earth grid. This has all been a good experiment from earliest Elohim origin, the beginning bright hope, to devolution of species at war to gather resources, and none of it is wasted. It is simply complete. We, the women who came before you, whose combined strands made yours, experience this upgraded programming in real time, as do you. And when we say, watch us change now, what did you see? You saw some of us dressed in white, choosing priestess pathway, some darkened skin, showing much skin as belly dancers in full feminine sovereignty, some gardeners tending and raising flowers as our own young, some chemists in a lab exploring which seeds will provide appropriate food for the future human. Allow all the flashing timelines to converge in one glorious you, and to know that all personal changes for good impact the past, not by healing anything broken, but by calling it into convergence. The more reunion of divergent experiences, the more incorporation rather than any sort of rejection, the more remembrance there is that all came from one, that the one is in all, and all are ever in full belonging in perfect resonance with Source. Your father is well, dear one. Your children from all timelines and all dimensions will rise with your ascension. We, the women, are glorious bringers of light in whichever way we choose, and not one is downtrodden any longer. From this place of oneness with all that is, we invite you, step onto your golden timeline when it presents itself to you. We know you must begin your mothering chores and offer you this last encouragement. Elrond is well. Elrond is well. Elrond is well. You are blessed to be a blessing, and the blessing you bring is delight in being. Go in joy. We love you, we venerate you, we welcome you into the all of us. May freedom come. February 20, 2026, the Star Mothers are speaking. Good morning, daughter of the Light Brigade, who is shifting to become daughter of the Joy because swift, stealthy motion to change an outcome is no longer necessary. We, the Star Mothers, have been near to you of late in this current transition with your youngest treasured one. Simply receive for a moment. Let us pamper you with care, particularly care of your physical vessel, who has literally carried the children within itself and without, for this change, this closure of an era, is worthy of honor. Before you were wife, you were mother fierce. There was not an iota of desire within to undo your link with the child, for you had made him and called him into being at just the right time, and it was just the right time for him to come. There